Lake Burullus, a lifeline for countless Egyptians, is facing a grave threat. Pollution is choking this vital ecosystem. Located on the Nile Delta, Lake Burullus provides sustenance and livelihood for the surrounding communities. Its rich biodiversity includes fish, birds, and a variety of plant life. However, the lake's health is declining. The once pristine waters are becoming increasingly polluted, jeopardizing the delicate balance of life within and around it. The consequences of inaction are dire. The livelihoods of fishermen are at stake as fish stocks dwindle. The health of communities is threatened by contaminated water. The delicate ecosystem of the lake is being pushed to the brink. Urgent action is needed to save Lake Burullus from an irreversible decline. The pollution plaguing Lake Burullus stems from a multitude of sources. Agricultural runoff, laden with fertilizers and pesticides, leaches into the lake. Untreated domestic sewage from nearby towns and villages adds to the contamination. Industrial waste, often discharged directly into the lake, introduces harmful chemicals and heavy metals. Fish farming, while seemingly a sustainable practice, contributes to the problem. Uneaten fish feed and waste products from fish farms overload the lake with nutrients, leading to algal blooms that deplete oxygen and suffocate aquatic life. These sources, acting in concert, have created a toxic cocktail that threatens the very existence of Lake Burullus. A recent study by Ain Shams University and the British University in Egypt has shed light on the severity of pollution in Lake Burullus. Scientists meticulously analyzed water samples from 6 major drains: Nashert, Tira, Zaghloul, Berg el Burullus, drain number 8, and Garif drain. These drains act as conduits carrying wastewater and pollutants from surrounding areas into the lake. The study employed robust statistical methods including the mean average and ANOVA to analyze the data. The mean average allowed scientists to determine the average levels of pollutants in each drain. ANOVA, a powerful statistical tool, helped identify significant differences in pollution levels between the drains. This approach provided a comprehensive understanding of the spatial distribution of pollutants entering Lake Burullus. Section 4. A grim reality. Findings from the drains. The findings of the study paint a grim picture of the lake's health. Nashert, Tira, and Zaghloul drains emerged as the most polluted, carrying alarmingly high levels of contaminants. These drains, originating from densely populated areas and industrial zones, discharge a toxic cocktail of chemicals, heavy metals, and organic waste into the lake. The study's findings serve as a stark reminder of the urgent need for action. The high levels of pollutants in these drains pose a significant threat to the lake's ecosystem. The health of communities relying on the lake for their livelihood and sustenance is also at risk. The consequences of inaction are far-reaching and demand immediate attention. Section 5. A brighter future. Aligning with national development. The research conducted by Ain Shams University and the British University in Egypt is not merely an academic exercise. It is a crucial step towards safeguarding a vital national resource and aligns seamlessly with Egypt's ambitious development initiatives. One such initiative is Haya Karima, a nationwide program aimed at improving living standards and developing rural communities. A healthy Lake Burullus is integral to the success of Haya Karima. By addressing the pollution crisis in the lake, we can ensure the well-being of communities that depend on it. This includes providing access to clean water, supporting sustainable fishing practices, and promoting ecotourism. The research findings provide a roadmap for action, guiding policymakers and stakeholders in their efforts to revitalize Lake Burullus and uplift the lives of Egyptians. Section 6. Turning the tide: practical solutions for a healthier lake. The scientific study provides a clear understanding of the problem, enabling us to formulate effective solutions. Addressing pollution at its source is paramount. Upgrading wastewater treatment plants in surrounding towns and villages is crucial to reduce the discharge of untreated sewage. Stricter regulations and monitoring of industrial effluent can prevent harmful chemicals from entering the lake. Furthermore, creating an artificial outlet for the lake can improve water circulation and flush out pollutants. This outlet can be strategically designed to direct polluted water towards treatment facilities, preventing further contamination. These measures implemented in tandem can significantly improve the water quality in Lake Burullus. Section 7. A call to action: securing Lake Burullus for generations. The fate of Lake Burullus lies in our hands. The government, scientists, and local communities must work together to implement the proposed solutions. The government plays a crucial role in enforcing environmental regulations and investing in infrastructure upgrades. Scientists must continue to monitor the lake's health, providing data-driven insights to guide decision-making. Local communities, as stewards of their environment, must actively participate in conservation efforts. This includes adopting sustainable fishing practices, managing waste responsibly, and raising awareness about the importance of protecting Lake Burullus. By working together, we can restore this vital ecosystem to its former glory and secure its benefits for generations to come. Hey everyone, welcome back to the For Science Salah Lotfy channel. Today, I'm excited to share some groundbreaking research from Ain Shams University and the British University in Egypt on the water pollution in Lake Burullus. This study, recently published in the Ain Shams Engineering Journal, dives deep into the water quality data using ANOVA, a statistical method that unravels pollution trends with precision. Let's dive into their fascinating findings. First up, let's meet the brains behind this research. The team includes Dr. Hassan from both Ain Shams University and the British University in Egypt, Professor Dr. Ghada Samy and Dr. Shaimaa Fathy from Ain Shams University, and Professor Dr. Mohamed Hegazy from the British University in Egypt, along with Professor Dr. Ahmed Balah from Ain Shams University. Their mission? To assess pollution levels in Lake Burullus's influent drains and pinpoint areas needing urgent intervention. Lake Burullus is a vital coastal lagoon in Egypt, but it's been struggling with high contamination levels. The culprits? Agricultural runoff full of pesticides and fertilizers, industrial waste from nearby facilities, and untreated domestic sewage. The study zeroed in on 6 major drains flowing into the lake, evaluating them against Egypt's environmental regulations. Here's where ANOVA comes into play. This statistical tool helped the researchers identify the most polluted drains. The worst offenders? The Nashert drain, which tops the list for contamination. The Tira drain, loaded with suspended solids and ammonium. And the Zaghloul drain, which is plagued by low dissolved oxygen levels. These drains desperately need treatment to safeguard aquatic life and public health. This research is more than just data. It's a cornerstone for Egypt's national development efforts, especially the Haya Karima, Decent Life, initiative. By improving water quality, restoring fish populations, and providing crucial data for environmental decision-making, this study makes a significant impact. Scientific research like this is vital for our environmental conservation efforts. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the For Science Salah Lotfy channel for more science updates. Together, we can work toward a cleaner, healthier future. Lake Burullus, a shimmering expanse of water nestled along Egypt's northern coast. It is a haven for wildlife. Its waters teem with life. Fish, birds, and plants thrive in this delicate ecosystem. The lake is a lifeline for local communities. They depend on it for fishing and agriculture. Lake Burullus is a treasure trove of biodiversity. It is a vital part of Egypt's natural heritage. For centuries, Lake Burullus has provided sustenance and livelihood. Its fertile shores have supported agriculture. Its waters have provided fish for generations. The lake's beauty is breathtaking. Its importance to Egypt cannot be overstated. We must protect this precious resource. But Lake Burullus is under threat. A silent threat is poisoning its waters. Pollution is casting a shadow over this natural wonder. The once pristine waters are becoming contaminated. The source of this pollution is multifaceted. Agriculture, industry, and domestic waste all play a role. Agricultural runoff carries fertilizers and pesticides. Industrial waste discharges harmful chemicals. Untreated sewage adds to the growing problem. These pollutants have a devastating impact. They disrupt the delicate balance of the lake's ecosystem. Concerned by the deteriorating health of Lake Burullus, scientists took action. A team from Ain Shams University and the British University in Egypt launched a study. Their mission? To investigate the extent and sources of pollution. This study was critical. It aimed to provide the scientific evidence needed for action. The study focused on the drains feeding into the lake. These drains carry a cocktail of pollutants. By analyzing the water quality, scientists could identify the major sources of contamination. The study was a collaborative effort. It combined the expertise of Egyptian and international researchers. To unravel the complexities of the pollution, scientists employed various methods. One such method was the mean average method. This method helped determine the average levels of pollutants in the water. Another important tool was ANOVA. ANOVA stands for Analysis of Variance. This statistical technique allowed scientists to compare pollution levels between different drains. By combining these methods, a clearer picture began to emerge. The study revealed alarming levels of contamination. The data pointed to specific drains as major contributors to the pollution. This information was crucial. It allowed authorities to target their interventions effectively. The results of the study were concerning. They revealed that several drains were heavily polluted. The drains carrying agricultural runoff showed high levels of pesticides and fertilizers. Industrial waste was another major contributor. High concentrations of heavy metals were found in some areas. The study also highlighted the problem of untreated sewage. These findings sent shockwaves through the scientific community. The extent of the pollution was worse than initially feared. Immediate action was needed to save Lake Burullus from further degradation. The study provided a stark warning. We ignore the health of our environment at our own peril. The pollution of Lake Burullus has far-reaching consequences. It is not just an environmental issue, it is a social and economic one too. The livelihoods of fishing communities are directly impacted. Fish stocks are dwindling, the quality of the catch is declining. The health of local communities is also at risk. Contaminated water can lead to a range of diseases. The economic potential of the lake is being squandered. Tourism, once a promising sector, is suffering. The pollution of Lake Burullus is a stark reminder of the interconnectedness of our world. The challenge is clear. We must act now to save Lake Burullus. But how? Firstly, we need to tackle the sources of pollution. Stricter regulations on industrial discharge are essential. Sustainable agricultural practices must be promoted. Investing in wastewater treatment facilities is crucial. Education and awareness campaigns are vital. We need to empower local communities to become stewards of their environment. Collaboration is key. Government agencies, scientists, and local communities must work together. The fate of Lake Burullus hangs in the balance. This natural treasure, once teeming with life, is threatened by our actions, but there is still hope. By embracing scientific knowledge and collective action, we can reverse the tide of pollution. Let us act now, for the sake of Lake Burullus and for generations to come. We have a responsibility to protect our planet's precious resources. The future of Lake Burullus is in our hands. Let us choose wisely. Let us choose action. Let us choose a cleaner, healthier future for all.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the For Science Salah Lotfy channel. Today we're diving into the fascinating world of Lake Burullus, one of Egypt's largest coastal lakes. Scientists have been on a mission to uncover the secrets of its water quality, pollution sources, and the impact these factors have on the environment. So, let's dive in. Lake Burullus is an essential water body in Egypt, covering an impressive 420 square kilometers between the Nile Delta branches and connecting to the Mediterranean Sea along a 54-kilometer shoreline. Despite its stunning beauty, the lake is facing some serious environmental challenges, mainly due to pollution from agricultural, industrial and domestic sources. Water flows into Lake Burullus from several important drains, including the Burullus West Drain, Nashat Drain and the Bermbal Canal. These sources contribute around 3.9 billion cubic meters of agricultural runoff each year. Sadly, this runoff brings along a nasty mix of pesticides, fertilizers and organic waste, which significantly impacts water quality and aquatic life. To get to the bottom of this pollution issue, researchers from the Housing and Building National Research Center carried out monthly water quality monitoring from August 2018 to July 2020. They measured critical parameters like dissolved oxygen, biological oxygen demand, and total dissolved solids at various sampling stations across the lake. So how did they do it? The collected samples were meticulously analyzed for their physical, chemical, and biological properties. Researchers employed statistical techniques, including the mean average method and analysis of variance, to assess pollution levels. They even calculated a drain chemical pollution index to rank the drains based on contamination levels, from excellent to poor. The findings were eye-opening. The study showed considerable pollution variations across different drains. Some areas exhibited high levels of ammonium and nitrates, a clear sign of excessive agricultural runoff. These pollutants can wreak havoc on aquatic ecosystems, reduce oxygen levels, and jeopardize fish populations. Understanding these pollution sources is crucial for improving water quality. This research offers invaluable insights for policymakers and environmentalists to craft sustainable solutions. Protecting Lake Burullus is not just about preserving biodiversity, but also about supporting the local communities that rely on it. If you found this research interesting, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to the For Science Salah Lotfy channel for more scientific explorations.
Water is life. This universal truth holds a particularly urgent meaning in Egypt. The Nile River, the lifeblood of this ancient civilization, is facing modern threats. One of its casualties is Lake Burullus, a vital lagoon in the Nile Delta. Agricultural runoff pollutes this once pristine ecosystem. This pollution threatens the health of the lake and the people who depend on it. The story of Lake Burullus is a story of interconnectedness. It reminds us that what we pour into our environment ultimately affects us all. The pollution of this lake is a stark reminder that we must act now to protect our planet's precious water resources. The fate of Lake Burullus hangs in the balance, a microcosm of the larger environmental challenges facing our world. The future of Lake Burullus is uncertain. However, by understanding the problem and taking action, we can strive to restore this vital ecosystem. The time to act is now. The health of the lake and the people who depend on it depends on it. To understand the extent of the pollution, scientists use a clever tool, the Drainage Water Quality Index, or DCPI. Imagine a report card for water quality. That's essentially what the DCPI is. It takes complex scientific data and translates it into a simple, easy-to-understand score. This score is based on 7 key parameters: dissolved oxygen, ammonia, biochemical oxygen demand, nitrate, total suspended solids, total dissolved solids, and orthophosphate. Think of these parameters as vital signs for the lake. Each one tells us something about the health of the ecosystem. The DCPI then takes all these parameters into account and gives the water a score from 1 to 10. A score of 1 means the water is in excellent condition, while a score of 10 means it's extremely polluted. This scoring system allows scientists to quickly assess the health of the water and identify areas of concern. The DCPI analysis paints a grim picture of Lake Burullus. Several agricultural drains are pumping polluted water into the lake. These drains act like arteries, carrying runoff from farms and fields into the lake's delicate ecosystem. 4 drains stand out as the worst offenders: Nashert, Tira, Drain 7, and Drain 11. These drains consistently score high on the DCPI, indicating severe pollution. Imagine these drains as pipes pouring toxins directly into the lake. The high DCPI scores are a clear sign that these drains are significantly harming Lake Burullus. The pollution from these drains is a cocktail of agricultural waste, industrial discharge, and untreated sewage. This toxic mix is choking the life out of Lake Burullus, threatening fish populations, and contaminating the water supply. To be absolutely certain of the DCPI findings, scientists use a powerful statistical tool, ANOVA, or analysis of variance. ANOVA helps us understand if the differences we see in the data are real or just random chance. Think of ANOVA as a detective meticulously examining evidence. It helps us see patterns and confirm whether the pollution levels in the different drains are truly significant. In the case of Lake Burullus, ANOVA confirms the alarming truth: the pollution levels in Nashert, Tira, Drain 7 and Drain 11 are consistently and significantly higher than in other areas. This statistical validation is crucial. It strengthens the case for urgent action. The evidence is clear. We cannot ignore the plight of Lake Burullus. We must act now to control the pollution and protect this vital ecosystem for future generations.
Water, the lifeblood of our planet, is facing an unprecedented crisis. From the snow-capped Himalayas to the Nile's fertile delta, the health of our waterways reflects the health of our planet. Nowhere is this more evident than in Egypt, a nation indelibly linked to the flow of the majestic Nile. This river, the lifeblood of a civilization, is facing increasing pressure from pollution. Understanding the scale of this challenge requires us to delve into the very waters that sustain us. By analyzing the chemical composition of Egypt's drains, we can unlock the secrets they hold and chart a course toward a healthier future. Our journey takes us to the heart of Egypt's water systems, its network of drains. These often overlooked channels bear witness to the impact of human activities on the environment. By analyzing the water quality in these drains, we gain a critical understanding of the health of the entire ecosystem. Our investigation focuses on several key parameters that serve as indicators of water quality. These parameters paint a picture of the challenges faced and guide us toward potential solutions. Water speaks to us in a language we must learn to understand. It whispers its secrets through dissolved oxygen, the very breath of aquatic life. Low levels of dissolved oxygen signal a system struggling to support life, often a result of pollution. Biological oxygen demand, or BOD, reflects the amount of oxygen consumed by microorganisms as they break down organic matter. High BOD levels indicate an excess of organic pollutants, depleting oxygen vital for fish and other aquatic organisms. Total suspended solids, or TSS, visible as cloudiness in the water, represent the amount of particulate matter suspended in the water column. High TSS levels can smother aquatic life, reducing light penetration and disrupting the delicate balance of the ecosystem. Total dissolved solids, or TDS, invisible to the naked eye, encompass the salts, minerals and other dissolved substances in the water. Elevated TDS levels can impact water taste, affect agricultural productivity and harm aquatic life. Nitrate and ammonium, essential nutrients for plant growth, can become pollutants when present in excessive amounts. High levels of these nutrients, often from agricultural runoff, can lead to algal blooms, depleting oxygen and harming aquatic life. These key indicators provide a glimpse into the complex language of water, revealing the impact of human activities on this precious resource. By understanding these indicators, we can begin to address the root causes of water pollution and develop sustainable solutions for the future. To unravel the complexities of water pollution, scientists employ a powerful statistical tool, analysis of variance, or ANOVA. This technique allows us to compare different groups of data and determine whether there are statistically significant differences between them. In the context of water quality, ANOVA helps us understand how pollution levels vary across different drains and identify the factors contributing to these variations. By analyzing data on dissolved oxygen, BOD, TSS, TDS, nitrate, and ammonium levels from various drains, ANOVA can reveal hidden patterns and relationships. For example, ANOVA can tell us whether pollution levels are significantly higher in drains surrounded by industrial areas compared to those in agricultural regions. This information is crucial for developing targeted interventions and prioritizing areas in need of immediate attention. By identifying the sources and extent of pollution, ANOVA empowers policymakers and stakeholders to make informed decisions about wastewater management and environmental protection. Our analysis of Egypt's drains paints a sobering picture, with Nashat Drain emerging as a stark example of the consequences of unchecked pollution. Located in the heart of the Nile Delta, Nashat Drain receives a toxic cocktail of agricultural runoff, industrial discharge, and untreated sewage. Our findings reveal alarming levels of pollutants in this vital waterway, exceeding safe limits by a considerable margin. Dissolved oxygen levels are critically low, suffocating aquatic life and disrupting the delicate balance of the ecosystem. BOD levels are alarmingly high, indicating a severe overload of organic pollutants. The water is thick with suspended solids, a visible testament to the heavy burden of pollutants it carries. TDS levels are elevated, reflecting the influx of dissolved salts, minerals, and other contaminants. Nitrate and ammonium concentrations are far beyond acceptable limits, fueling algal blooms that further deplete oxygen and threaten the survival of fish and other aquatic species. Nashat Drain stands as a stark warning, a microcosm of the challenges facing Egypt's water resources and a call to action for immediate and comprehensive remediation efforts. Section 5. The Unholy Trinity, Sources of Water Pollution. The pollution plaguing Egypt's drains, particularly Nashat Drain, stems from a confluence of factors. Agricultural runoff, laden with fertilizers, pesticides, and animal waste, flows unchecked into waterways, contaminating the very source of life. Industrial discharge, often containing heavy metals, chemicals and other toxic substances, further degrades water quality, posing serious risks to human health and the environment. Untreated sewage, a consequence of inadequate sanitation infrastructure, adds another layer of contamination, introducing harmful pathogens and organic pollutants into the water supply. These three sources of pollution, agricultural, industrial and municipal, form an unholy trinity, each exacerbating the other and pushing Egypt's water resources to the brink. Addressing this complex challenge requires a multi-pronged approach, tackling each source of pollution at its root and fostering a more sustainable and harmonious relationship between human activities and the environment. Section 6. Ranking the risks, the Drain Chemical Pollution Index. To effectively prioritize remediation efforts, we need a way to compare pollution levels across different drains. The Drain Chemical Pollution Index, or DCPI, provides a valuable tool for this purpose. This index takes into account the concentrations of key pollutants such as dissolved oxygen, BOD, TSS, TDS, nitrate and ammonium, assigning a numerical score based on the severity of pollution. A higher DCPI score indicates a more polluted drain, demanding urgent attention and intervention. Using the DCPI, we can rank drains based on their pollution levels, allowing policymakers and water managers to allocate resources strategically and prioritize the most critical areas. This data-driven approach ensures that interventions are targeted where they are most needed, maximizing their impact and paving the way for a cleaner, healthier future. Section 7. Turning the tide strategies for remediation. The challenges facing Egypt's water resources are significant, but not insurmountable. By implementing a combination of technological solutions, policy reforms, and community engagement, we can turn the tide against pollution and restore the health of our waterways. Upgrading wastewater treatment plants is crucial for removing pollutants from sewage before it enters the environment. Investing in advanced treatment technologies such as membrane bioreactors and advanced oxidation processes can significantly improve the quality of effluent discharged into rivers and streams. Promoting sustainable agricultural practices such as reducing fertilizer and pesticide use, adopting precision farming techniques and implementing buffer zones along waterways can minimize agricultural runoff and protect water quality. Enforcing stricter regulations on industrial discharge, requiring industries to treat their wastewater to stringent standards, and promoting cleaner production technologies can significantly reduce the influx of industrial pollutants into the environment. Raising public awareness about the importance of water conservation and pollution prevention is crucial for fostering a sense of collective responsibility. Educational campaigns, community outreach programs, and citizen science initiatives can empower individuals to become stewards of their local waterways and contribute to a cleaner, healthier environment for all. Section 8. A legacy for future generations, the urgency of action. The time for complacency is over. The health of Egypt's water resources, intricately linked to the well-being of its people and the prosperity of its future, hangs in the balance. The consequences of inaction are dire, threatening to exacerbate water scarcity, undermine food security, and jeopardize the health of millions. We have a moral imperative to act, not only for ourselves but for the generations that will inherit the legacy of our actions. By investing in sustainable solutions, strengthening environmental policies, and fostering a culture of stewardship, we can reverse the tide of pollution and secure a brighter future for Egypt. Let us rise to the challenge, not with despair, but with a renewed sense of purpose and determination, knowing that the fate of our water resources rests in our hands. Section 9. Conclusion, our collective responsibility. The plight of Egypt's drains, particularly the stark reality of Nashat Drain, serves as a potent reminder of our interconnectedness with the natural world. The consequences of our actions, both positive and negative, ripple through the environment, impacting not only our own lives, but also the lives of countless other species and generations to come. We are all custodians of this planet, entrusted with the responsibility to safeguard its resources for future generations. Water, the elixir of life, deserves our utmost respect and protection. Let us heed the warnings whispered by our polluted waterways and embark on a collective journey toward a more sustainable and harmonious relationship with the natural world. The time for action is now, for the sake of our planet and the future of humanity.
Hey there, science lovers! Welcome back to the For Science Salah Lotfy channel. Today, we're diving into a fascinating study that's changing the game in water quality analysis. Yep, we're talking ANOVA, analysis of variance, and how it's revolutionizing our understanding of water quality. This groundbreaking research, published in the Ain Shams Engineering Journal, focuses on Lake Burullus in Egypt. By applying ANOVA, the researchers have discovered significant variations in water quality parameters. These insights are crucial for developing better water management strategies, ensuring cleaner, safer water for everyone. Now let's give a shout out to the brilliant minds behind this study. Dr. Hassan, Professor Dr. Ghada Samy, Professor Dr. Mohamed Hegazy, Professor Dr. Ahmed Balah, and Dr. Shaimaa Fathy. Their dedication and expertise have made a substantial impact in the field of environmental science. So what do you think? Can ANOVA be the key to solving other environmental challenges? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And hey, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to For Science Salah Lotfy channel for more amazing research content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next exploration of groundbreaking science.